Hey everyone, Jeff-McErlain here, and today I want to talk about using your major triads and your inversions to come up with some really cool rhythm guitar stuff. Now before I get into this, I just so happen to have a new course out available at JM Guitar Lessons called Mastering Major Triads, where I talk about what I'm talking about here, but in much greater detail. It's really a no-nonsense approach to understanding your major triads across the fingerboard and their inversions. That course is available using the link above or the link below at JM Guitar Lessons for a special discount. Knowing my triads really changed the way I play guitar and the way I view the instrument, so I can't stress enough how important they are. Okay, so the vamp I'm playing over is just kind of like a G7. I've got this bass line. So it's G to F, basically. So that implies a G7 chord. So it's this kind of happy, cool groove. Now, when I was younger, something like that would be really tricky for me because it was G7, and I wouldn't know what to play over that, so I just strum a G7 chord and maybe sound something like this.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Yeah, no, that's pretty lame. But I didn't know what else to do. So here's a great move. I'm going to use three major triads. I'm going to use G major triad, F major triad, and C major triad. I'm going to stick to the fourth, third, and second string. So my first fingering, and you can check out these fingerings over at JM Guitar Lessons. Use the link above or below for YouTube freebies. You get the background track for free as well. So I have my G major triad, which is G, B, D. My next chord is going to be C major. I'm going to flatten out my third finger here for right now, and that's going to be our 4 chord in the key of G Mixolydian. G, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4. And in F, I'm going to play this voicing for my F major triad. Here we have A, C, and F. Okay, so I have G, C, and F. Now, as you can see when I go to this fingering, it's really kind of cool to get that first finger right there, right for my C chord. And here's the move. Okay, so we're going to play C to F, back to C, to G. So I can really play off of that sound, right? And you've heard that a million times. That's this cool F over the G. Nice kind of cool suspended sound. Same thing with the C. But they all want to pull us back to this G triad and this G major sound. This is great because you're creating a much more interesting guitar part, right? You're not just playing a G chord and trying to make it interesting, like I said before, which is not really good. Doesn't sound so cool. Actually, it stinks. So once again, I'm going to play G and go to this C, get that cool little hammer-on move. All right, so now, well, that's G, C, and F. Is that the only place we can play that? Of course not. So if this is F, we slide that up a whole step, we get another G major triad. G is spelled G, B, D. Here's our G, B, and D. Where's my C? Right there, and I have an F right there. My F chord, C chord, G. Let's hear how that sounds. F, C, G. And down here. How about this? Watch. And to go the higher one. Pretty cool, right? Vamp again. And to the higher one. How about the G up here? Watch. Here's my G major triad up there. C. So you can see by using these triad inversions in position, my 1, flat 7, and 4, C, F, and G, I get this really cool, interesting guitar part now for my rhythm guitar playing. This was a big deal for me to discover many years ago because, first of all, it's a ton of rock and roll tunes. I mean, how many songs does that sound like? It sounds like a lot of Rolling Stones tunes. It sounds like the Allman Brothers. It sounds like any situation where you're vamping on this one chord and you have nothing to play or you're not sure what to play. This will work every time. You have to experiment with it to see how it's going to resolve, so that I can't show you that. You just have to kind of start to feel your way through it. You have to experiment with it over the jam track, so that's really important. But hearing just the chord and how it pulls is a great thing to do. So for that G-based mode, that G to F is a great tension add in there. Kind of reminds me of the Rover by Zeppelin, the middle part there. Freeway Jam by Jeff Beck, that same kind of sound. That's another perfect example. And something like Freeway Jam, you just have that same kind of vamp, right? This works beautifully over something like that. It'll work in a funk situation, a blues rock thing, a fusion thing. Anytime you have a 1 dominant 7th chord, G7, you can use the 1 major triad, which is G major, the 4 major triad, which is C, and the flat 7 major triad, which is F. Now these are related to the key of C, but we're hearing them as a G Mixolydian sound. That's a whole other video, but just for you theory guys out there, I'm hearing this as G Mixolydian. It's the 1, G, the 4, C, and the flat 7 is F. So there you have it, a really cool and useful move that you can use over a dominant 7th chord. Once again, if you like this, I do have a course called Mastering Major Triads, and it's available at JM Guitar Lessons at the link above or in the description. You can get a cool discount if you go over there. And if you like my channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. And until next time, I will see you later.